WaveLab LE is a stereo editing program for Mac and Windows that comes bundled with Steinberg's CI1 USB audio interface. WaveLab is ideal for editing recordings done on portable handheld digital recorders or getting stuff ready for CD. Now we'll come over here. Now we can have our main view where we could do our different workspace. So I'll come over here and we'll have our audio file workspace. We can also have an audio montage workspace and a podcast workspace. So now if I want to do some editing of my audio file here, we'll just start off. Now WaveLab is incredibly fast. If I wanted to zoom in, I could just take my cursor and just drop the cursor, hold it down, and move the cursor up and down, and I could zoom in down to the sample level very easily. But let's do some quick editing of our file. So we'll come here. And let's say I wanted to do a fade in, and I want it to be a linear fade in. And we'll go ahead and we'll listen to the fade in. And let's say right at this point that I have selected, we'll do a sinusoid fade out. And I also wanted to come over here, reverse that selection. I wanted to come here. And let's invert the phase. And if I wanted to come over here, eliminate the DC offset, sample rate conversion. Now the beautiful thing is, as we hear fade out coming in, I can have unlimited levels of undo and unlimited levels of redo as well. So it's very, very fast and very effective editing. Now I could also come over here and actually get an idea of what's going on in our project. So if I double click, I could select the entire waveform, and then we could actually see a 3D frequency analysis right here. So now we could actually see over our time and our frequencies in a 3D fashion in our Fourier analysis to see exactly what is going on harmonically with the audio file. Now I can also run it through real-time effects. So if I wanted to enhance the sound, I have 3 different plugin settings here, and we'll get all sorts of high-quality Steinberg VST3 plugins, including a compressor. So if I wanted to compress the signal, and let's say I wanted to do a little bit of EQ, we'll pull up our Studio EQ from Steinberg, and you could use any VST3 plugin, VST plugin. So if I want to enhance the high end, more lows. And I could also just invert the frequencies of the EQ. So if I'm looking for specific frequency ranges, if I wanted to make it a narrower EQ, or let's say I wanted to add a third plugin to make it sound a little wider, we can open up our stereo enhancer plugin. And if I want to now bypass all the plugins, so you can really radically improve the quality of your audio file. Now we also have a different editing mode called our audio montage. And now when we look at our montage, we can now come here, and as we deal with our montage, we can actually have different types of editing going on. So I could have 2 stereo tracks loaded in my montage view, but if I wanted to come over here, and let's say I wanted to actually just kind of do a fade in, I could kind of just graphically drag in my fade. Now I get my different edit points right over here. So if I want to zoom in, or let's say I just wanted to delete, and again I have my unlimited levels of undo here as well. So let's say I wanted to do a fade in, then I could actually go to my fade in tab and say, okay, I want a sinusoid fade in. Now if I wanted to actually just have different positions, if I wanted this clip to be louder or softer, I could adjust the volume. But I could also just go to the beginning of the clip and right at that point simply have the different start or end positions. Now crossfades are also really, really easy in the actual montage because crossfades will just be done in real time. So if I wanted to have a different track right here and have that fade in and do more editing right here and choose a different start point, and we'll have a fade out and we'll have that clip end right there. Very easy, it just does real-time crossfades for you. Now clicking right here, I could actually add a different stereo track, and now I could insert different audio files here. So if I wanted to do like a radio broadcast, I could actually just have a voiceover audio file and then just simply be able to move this around. And if I wanted to choose, again, we will zoom in right here. So if I wanted to choose different start or end positions and say, okay, now I could actually just add different envelope points. If I wanted to kind of mimic ducking, I could just simply kind of come right there and do ducking for my voiceover. Now, the third type of workspace that we're going to have is set up for podcasting. So this way I could just simply add all my files and do my RSS feeds for all of my podcasting. So as you can see, whether you want to edit the audio, do analysis with Fourier analysis, be able to do your processing for fade-ins and fade-outs, be able to do all of the multi-track editing in the montage with 2 stereo tracks, and be able to deliver as a podcast, WaveLab LE is a great solution.